Hey guys, this is D Rhino, and welcome to MGTOW Monday, number 4, I believe. So today I want to change things up. We're going to be looking at some not videos, I'm sorry. We're going to be looking at some stories that are about crazy exes. And I thought, hey, what better way to do a MGTOW Monday than go through some crazy stuff. Let's get into it. It was like a scene from a horror movie. She sent me a video of herself in underwear, waved at the camera, took a blade to her, to her wrist, wiped the blood into her fingers, and waved goodbye. It was like a scene from a horror movie. Oh, and yes, she's alive. You know what they say about stuff, guys. I could say this: do not date any girls with mental issues. Just do not. I don't care how good they look. Do not do it. Save yourself. Save yourself and others just in case. She threatened to kill me, kill my cat, and dabbled in identity theft. She threatened to kill me, kill my cat, and dabbled in identity theft. A month later, asked that we be friends and that I, like she has tried to do, should not live in the past. See what I mean? See what I mean? She cut open her forehead with a pair of scissors. My ex tried to gain sympathy from me by cutting her forehead open with a pair of nail scissors after a night out and claiming she was attacked on her way home. I know it because she left a pair of bloody scissors on the bedside table like a complete effing welly head. Oh boy. She let her new boyfriend, oh God, do stuff to my 2 daughters. God, I'm not gonna read that. She shot me and caused $30,000 of damages to my house. Planned to kill me, then tried to execute the plan, $30,000 worth of damage to my house and firing a shot at me when I got home. Jeez. Oh my God. And so this is the article right here too. I forgot to mention that. It's by Lorenzo Hill. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Yeah, it's by Lorenzo Jensen III. And this is pretty old, but it's so current still. I mean, this stuff is, oh my God. Secretly tortured our 3-year-old son by locking him in a closet so she could go to Kmart and mess around with some other guys. Long story short, I now have full custody and he's in therapy as a happy 6-year-old with no real memory of that time. Told me she had brain cancer, constantly was calling me, crying, telling me about how she wasn't sure if she was going to live or not, and all these surgeries she was having. Come to hear from her sister 6 months later that none of it had happened. What the hell? Mailed feces to me every day for 3 weeks. We were only dating for less than 2 weeks. Oh, no. She started sending huge bouquets to herself at work, but having the cards signed with my name. Apparently, she didn't want her coworkers to know that we had split. This was before she lied to me about being pregnant and intending to keep it. Got myself a restraining order and won in court when she contested the order. That breakup was pretty crazy, but the most disturbing part was the flowers. You know, that's what I'm telling you guys. They live in their own delusion. Women who have severe mental problems, man, it doesn't work out. It's not a good look. Oh boy. What am I gonna get myself into? Threatened to lie to police that I abused her son. My ex 10 years ago was an abusive alcoholic. I had enough of her false promises and constant crap that I just walked out. In the next few months, she would phone my house drunk, gloating about who she's messed with. Show up to my parents drunk, demanding to talk to me various times. She was verbally abusive to my mother, who basically told her to F off before I called the cops. Threatened to lie to police that I abused her son. Threatened to tell police that bruises on her body from being drunk all the time and falling over a lot was from me. Ironically, she was the one who beat me. Told my parents 5 months later after I left her that she was 2 months pregnant and it had to be mine. Yeah, okay. Wow. Threatened to get her son's alcoholic junkie dad to do you in for not answering her calls. Called my boss various times at work, demanding I be fired for being abusive to her at my workplace supermarket. He laughed at her and told her finally she was banned from the shop for harassing his staff. Probably more, but thinking about it makes me feel like crap. Wow. Wow. She starved my chinchilla to death. After we separated, I left our chinchilla in her care. A few days later, I come back to retrieve some of my stuff, and our chinchilla was dead. From the looks of it, he was starved to death. One of the things I regret in life was not taking him with me when I had the chance. This is one of the very few moments in my life where it hurts thinking about it. This is ridiculous. She's gonna go, tell me she's in jail, prison for that, right? Tell me that she's in prison, right? Can't. Lied and told everyone at school that wow. Okay. Invited herself to my house when my dog was getting put down. On the same day when she could, she attempted to have sex with me. I was obviously unhappy and turned her down. I came to school after the weekend. My dog was put down on Saturday, and she had told everyone that I forced myself on her. Later on, a month or so later, she called me and told me to get back with her or else. I told her I can't get back with her, so she said she'd kill herself. She'd kill herself if I didn't. I didn't say anything, and she downed 70-something pills of potassium. Had a friend call the ambulance. She survived, but wasn't too healthy for a little while. Oh yeah, I was 16 or 17 when all this happened. 3 out of 10 would not do it again. That should be a 0 out of 10. I don't know where the 3 is coming from. But no, seriously, that's no joke. That's, oh my God, happening to you that young. It should have never happened. That stuff should never happen. Broke into my house every day for about a month while I was at work. Showered, cooked food, watched TV, and then left before I got home. I came home early one day and she was sitting on the couch watching TV. She very matter-of-factly said, "Oh, I didn't think you'd be home at this time." Asked how she got in. When we were dating, I had lent her my keys once. She got one cut for herself without me knowing. You see, that's another thing. If you have your own place, I wouldn't even give them your key. No way. No way. Only time you should do that is if they're your wife, man. Honestly, that's my opinion. If it's your girlfriend of like however months, I can see maybe okay within a year, but no, dude, don't even invite them over to your house because they know where you live. And this happens, break into your house bro, get out of here. Get out of here. Of course, after arguing, we had wild sex. Crazy bee sex can be fun, but that was the second night. You shouldn't even be doing it in the first place. You're just giving her more initiative to come over and do that crap. Oh, God. What the hell, man? Told anybody that would listen that I beat her. When people asked why she stayed with me, she said that the sex was good. She told everyone that I beat her. When I started dating someone new, the new woman's mother had even heard the rumor and told her daughter. It's been a decade and I'm still mad about it. I never once laid a hand on her. And left a voicemail on my phone of her having sex with her new boyfriend. Wow. Wow. Called child, called C, oh my God, wow. Called CPS on me, claiming I was abusing and neglecting my daughter. Let me tell you, it's pretty hurtful when someone shows up at your house accusing you or being a crappy dad. CPS saw how well I was doing with my daughter, and how loving I was, so that case got thrown out. Now my ex just got arrested for stabbing a guy in the arm and insisting I help bail her out. No, don't give her any money. Don't give her any money. She did that to herself, and she was trying to get you in deep trouble. No. She cut off contact with our 3-year-old developmentally challenged daughter. Oh my God. Okay, I already read that. She's developmentally challenged. Can't speak. She's a developmentally challenged child who loves her mom, but she doesn't even take the time to call her or stop by to say hi to her. She lives less than 30 minutes away. Wow. I've never been so peed off at something in my life. The last time she said she would watch her, I intentionally didn't tell my daughter till we were walking out the door that we were going to see mommy. Didn't want her to get her hopes up. About 10 minutes into the drive, she calls and says she won't be able to watch her. My daughter doesn't understand most things, so I just stopped at an ice cream parlor nearby, hoping she would forget about seeing mommy. I could tell that she was crushed. Didn't eat a bite. When we got back to the house, she went straight to her room and went to bed. She's usually the most bubbly person on the planet, but she couldn't even handle her mom ditching her. I end up being the one getting blamed in her mind. Oh man. She stole thousands of dollars, ruined my professional and personal life, ruined our family financially, and I could care less about any of it. But if you treat my daughter like a dog, there is nothing that is going to dissipate my anger. Wow. And you know what they say, some of these women say, oh, be a real man. Why don't you, look, be an actual father? And, they can say all that, but you gotta ask them, okay, when will you be a real mother or a real woman? Why, watch over your kids? Why don't you actually parent your kids? I don't understand, man. I don't. She posted pictures of cuts and bruises she got from a car accident online, saying they were for me. Wow. My ex cheated on me for about 6 months without me knowing. We were in bed one night, and she rolled over and said, "Get out." I was in shock and had no idea what to do, so I left. We had joint everything. She canceled my phone, took all the money I saved out of my accounts, kept my dog that I tried incredibly hard to get back, but most of all, she told her friends, my friends, her family, and my family all over social media that I choked her and beat her, and she left to save her own life. She even posted pictures of cuts and bruises she got from a car accident online, saying they were from me. Her car got broken into a mall and her stuff was stolen, and she told the police it was me. After I proved to the police I was working, they quickly looked the other way. After at least a year of trying to clear my name, I met the guy who she cheated on me with. At first I wanted to tear his face off, but after he bought me drinks and I found out she did the exact same thing to him. First of all, she told you to get out of the house you two shared that I'm pretty sure that you've been paying the bills on. And then she just canceled your phone and took your... No. No. Don't, never do, no. She tried to blow my house up. She turned one of the burners on my stove. She turned one of the burners on my stove on high without it being lit. We had been broken up for a couple of days, and she was getting the rest of her belongings out of my house. First of all, no, this is what I'm talking about. You just don't let, after you just break up, you do not let the person come back to your house, especially if you're not there. On the exact same day when you're breaking up, tell them to get the hell out of your house, or you, oh my God, why? I was at the gym and texted to see if she had finished up, and received a text that she had, and then I finished up lifting and headed home. Got to my house and all the lights were off, save for the porch light. Opened the front door and smelled gas. My first thought was that my furnace line had been ruptured or something. I left all of the lights off and went down into the basement to see if I could hear or smell anything near the furnace and the gas line, but there was no gas smell in the basement. I went back upstairs and checked the stovetop in the kitchen. Sure enough, one of the burners had been turned on high and it was not lit. I turned it off and proceeded to open all the downstairs windows in January. Wow. Wow. To vent the gas. My first thought was that it couldn't have been done intentionally because of my thermostat kicking the furnace on, or me turning lights on could have blown me up. The problem was that the knob can't just turn itself, and you need to depress and then turn to light any of the burners. Then I remembered what she told me once, jokingly, I thought at the time, which was, if I can't have you, no one will. So yeah, B tried to blow me, my house, and cats up. Well, you gotta watch it for those yanderes, man. You know how they used to be saying, like, you know, those yanderes are, you know, that's how they think. You gotta watch out, man. I slid to the floor and called my parents in complete shock and sobbing. Oh, what the hell? My ex-girlfriend stopped to visit by. I had just eaten enough Chinese food at the buffet to be near pass out. I was laying on a blow-up mattress and I hear her growl, "You son of a bee," and then boom, she punched me in my teeth. I asked her what the F was her problem. At the time, I was broke, so I didn't have any furniture. Everything was neatly placed in the room, including my condoms. She counted and noticed one was missing from the last time she visited. I scrambled up and she spit in my face. I told her to leave and walked to the door. That's when she opened the cabinet, took out the toaster oven, and threw it at the side of my head. My head was ringing. Glass all over the floor from the broken oven door. Blood is trickling from my head. I was panicking. I didn't want to hurt her, but she had to leave immediately. I told her I called the cops, but she didn't leave. The whole time in between assaulting me, she was frantically glancing around the room for other signs I was cheating, even though I was single and stuff to assault me with. I opened the door to encourage her exit, and she started screaming. She said she'd get everyone in the neighborhood thinking I was assaulting her. I pleaded with her to please leave, and she started tearing into the bare skin of my chest with her nails, grabbing and pinching and pulling. I forced her out the door and locked it. She started bashing on the windows. Finally, she got in the car and left. I slid to the floor and called my parents in complete shock and sobbing. I hadn't experienced that kind of crazy in my life before. She just attacked me in a fit of rage. I didn't want to hit her back. I just wanted to be left alone. The whole experience had me wondering about the mental problems she must have been hiding in the entire time we were together. I was so afraid she would do something crazy like wreck her car to get revenge on me, or hurt my dog, or call the cops with a fake story. It's been 5 years since that day, and it's thankfully hazy now. It's hard to describe what blur it was. You know, if a man were to do that, he would have been in jail. He would have been in jail. And his whole reputation, but when a woman like her does that, it usually never really comes to them being arrested for domestic abuse. I guess that's what you can call it. Or assault. This is ridiculous. She told me she had mouth cancer from smoking. I felt really bad for her until my friend who went to school with her told me that she was bullcrapping. Turns out she wanted me to feel bad for her and break up with my new. Wow, she wants you to break up with your new girl just to go back to her. What? No. To this day, I am still paying off the $200,000 debt she built up in my name. Whoa. After 3.5 years of abuse and 2 children, my ex-wife decided she wanted to ruin my life. She had me arrested on false charges of domestic violence, which led to a plea bargain due to the fact that we were living on my $10,000 per year income. She refused to work the entire relationship. This led to a 3-year probation, which included group therapy sessions for abusers. During these sessions, patients were required to recount the episodes of abuse and explain where they made mistakes. Due to the fact that I hadn't actually committed any abuse, I was forced to lie, as lack of participation equals failure to abide by the requirements of the probation deal. This led to the judge threatening me with up to 3 years in prison. As a result, we fled the country and set up shop in the Middle East. I was forced to join the army and served as a combat soldier for 2 years. During the 2nd year of military service, I finally grew some balls and told her I wanted a divorce. The resulting meltdown created a situation in which I was forced to flee my domicile. In the process, I forgot to take my ID. She spent the next year forging my signature on rent, phone, water, electrical, and credit card contracts. To this day, I am still paying off the $200,000 debt she built up in my name. This figure does not include the debt she incurred using my ID when she returned to the States. Oh, and she illegally kidnapped my children when she fled to the Middle East to return to America. So yeah, I need a drink. Wait, you said we. You said we. And then now you're saying she. Or did that, like, I'm kind of confused on this now. Did I misread something? Either way, wow. That's another thing. Just keep your information and protection, man. Don't even if it's your wife, you know, try anything, man, to make sure that that stuff is protected. The only person you can trust is you at that point for that stuff. Stole my cat and had him euthanized. Oh, no. She videotaped herself flushing all my pet fish down the toilet. She flushed live all my fish and videoed herself doing it. Then she sent me the video. Or she then sent me the video, I mean. I had pet fishes from before we got together. When we moved in together, I bought my tank. When we eventually broke up, I was the one who left the apartment because I had a closer living situation I could move into back with my parents. I was to come by on Saturday and move out all my things, including my fish. Thursday night comes and I get an email with a video on it. I open it to see my fish in a kitchen pot in the bathroom. She proceeds to pour them all into the toilet. I click away. I couldn't watch. I called her dozens of times to no answer. Saturday comes. She's not there as planned, and neither are my fish. I know she would likely be buried. I know this would likely be buried and never read, but I just had to share. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even when you're living with her, never live with her. Never live with her. Like, I don't care. Have them, I guess, I don't know, man. I don't know about this, but don't leave your stuff there ever. It's just too much. You're just too vulnerable. Jesus, man. And like yeah, you could say like, oh, they're a nice person and everything, but and the niceness wears off. It does. It wears off. You know, at one point in time, it will wear off, and you will see the true colors. Oh, oh my God. Told everyone that I was abusive. I'm okay. Entered my apartment while I was at work and stole all my kitchen appliances and half my table settings. Sent a note to the apartment complex expressing my intentions to move out. I found out when they knocked on my door asking why I was still there. Told everyone that I was abusive rather than admit we ended due to her cheating. I couldn't even go to the Starbucks she worked at, whether she was there or not, because the coworkers believed her and would call the police if they saw me. Similar to above, she told my pastor at the time that I locked her in the bedroom using a chair propped against it to prevent her escape and didn't let her eat for a day. This one was an amusingly bad lie, since the bedroom door opened into the room, making a prop chair impossible. Committed identity theft by using my social security number to phone in and have her credit card debt put in my name, about $4,000. I found out after being denied a loan 2 years later, and this was all done by the same ex. Oh my God. As I said, keep your stuff to yourself, man. Just if you have to, for certain things, like I guess with actual marriage and joint accounts or whatever, I guess still oh my God. She said I would punch her in the mouth for smiling at me if I was in a bad mood. My high school girlfriend started spreading lies about me to all of our friends, saying that I would beat her up and abuse her. For example, she said I would punch her in the mouth for smiling at me if I was in a bad mood, and that I treated her and her family like crap. Then there were some more horrible, what the hell? There were more horrible things being said, but what hurt me the most is being told that I was an abusive bastard who kicked the crap out of her when I felt like it. I learned who my true friends were after that. One of them apologized to me, thinking I knew that he slept with her while we were going out. I had no idea, and I just laughed in his face and gave him my condolences for the horror he had to endure. The school got involved due to the rumors being spread and had a word with her about it. That's when it all stopped being said. Edit, no evidence, bruising, or injuries to back up her bullcrap, and none of her friends had ever been told a bad word about me while we were going out. A lot of them stopped talking to her after that. We were 15 when the relationship ended, but I got a new girlfriend some months later who I've spent the last 8 years with. No such complaints about her. Well, I mean, I guess it worked out for the better. I still be watching your back though. You just never know when someone would snap. You just never know. She is pure evil. Ex-wife told everyone I touched. Oh no, that I messed with my stepdaughters. I never found out till years later, as my family never told me, but found out because someone reported abuse by her new husband. Then fled the state to escape the investigation. She is pure evil. Well, that's it, guys. That's all 27 stories right there. Wow. Let me just know about your thoughts on this, guys, because this is crazy. This is MGTOW Monday, and these stories are just, oh my God. All right. I'll see you guys later on, probably, maybe tomorrow, and have a good day.